Okay, hello everybody. This reading is for my collective, someone in my collective, and their karmic. Okay? Number one, your karmic is codependent on you. Okay. Your karmic is ignoring the divine. They're negative, so they're manipulative, and they're stubborn. They want to do what they want to do. Okay? And God is not pleased with them. Okay? I have here your karmic needs to hear the truth, but they are ignoring the divine. They don't want to hear the truth. They're not ready to hear the truth. That you're leaving their ass, and they're going to be heartbroken. They're going to be heartbroken. They don't want to hear it. Collective. So this is for a new group of you. And you walking around wearing a fake smile. It's like you're stuck in the relationship, right? But you are still carrying a smile on your face. And I'm feeling like you're one of the divine ones. When it comes out, we'll know. Because divine ones, you know, they just, let shit go. And they let God handle it. You may be a Catholic, Aquarius, like I said, your karmic is not ready to hear the truth. But at the same time, They have multiple lovers. They're doing what they want to do. They may go to the gym. May have initial aura in their name. Initial W. I gotta make my W's better. Look like a 3. I'm glad I bought them gas. You may be between the ages of 26 and 35. Okay, there may be your karmic may be a drinker, maybe, or maybe both of you. You feel suffocated. You feel suffocated in the relationship. Oh, wow. So you married, and it's a fake marriage. You didn't want to get married. You was pressured into it. By family, I'm hearing. It's like your family tells you what's good for you. Let me tell you something. Your family, even if it's your friends, co-workers, or what, you don't need to listen to them. You can take their advice, but if you are already in a relationship and you know how that relationship is going, and you have other people on the outside telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it about your relationship, and how you feel, telling you how you feel about your relationship and all that, you need to stop that shit. You need to put an end to it right now. No. You don't get married, get in a relationship because somebody told you you need this, you need that, you need the other. You have to follow what's in here. If your heart tells you, no, I don't give a fuck what they say, don't do it. Even if you have children, if you are not comfortable, don't let nobody pressure you into getting married or in a relationship that you are not comfortable with. You need to take it to God. You need to take it to God now. If your intuition is telling you, no, don't get married and this and that, that's the divine telling you, no, don't do it. That's how a lot of these women get these good guys. And they know that these guys are good providers and everything. Y'all guys, y'all need to get it together for real. And stop letting these females dictate your life. Because if she's really for you, she'll wait. This is vice versa. The women too. If the person really cares about you and is really about you, she will wait. She will not hurt you. She will not do anything to hurt you. She'll take it to God before, she hurt you. But if you got a woman that's, just banging, beating in you, you need to do this and you need to do that, you don't need them. Even if they gotta tell you how to treat them. I mean, number one, you will have, a divine one will have more respect for a woman and ask her, well, do you like this? Do you like that? And this and that, this and that. When you do ask her and she like, no, I want such and such and such, and I want 5-star restaurant and all that. You don't need that bitch. You don't need her. Because a decent woman is not going to tell you that she wants 5-star treatment and all that shit. A decent woman is not going to do that. They're not going to do that. A good woman is not going to do that to a man that treats her right. If you have to kiss another bitch's ass to get along with her or him, you don't need them motherfuckers. Straight up. I'm telling you straight up. You don't need them. A good man and a good woman is going to bring peace into your life. So let's get on with the reading. This really ticks my ass off with these women. I have so I have 5 children by you, and you don't even know that they're all yours. And we ought to get married and all this. You don't need that shit. Y'all men need to control your desires. For real. Because that is how a woman is taking your power. The same thing for a female. Some of you guys, some of you in my collective, you have the right to choose, but some of you are refusing to accept your journey, spiritual awakening. Some of you are running from it. So you're running from it, you need to heal. Some of you are rebuilding a relationship. Tell me, wait a minute, I'm going to see, wait a minute. Rebuilding a relationship, maybe you have rebuilt it in December. This past December. Your karmic being hunted. For some of you, your karmics is being hunted. They being hunted for this shit that they doing to y'all. Yep, they're being hunted. Some of you are awakening to your spiritual journey. But some of you are running from it. Don't run. Because I'm going to tell you, you're not going to find anything better than who God sends to you. Your person don't even cook. All she is doing is just she just want your money. That's all. Yeah, you're getting spiritual insight right now. Because what I'm telling you, I am correct about this reading. Accept yourself and love yourself first. Learn how to do that. Go into seclusion. You're a lovable person. You have a pure heart. Some of you are spiritually awakening. Some of you are taking the leap of faith. Getting courage. Because you done had enough of your karmic's bullshit. So forgive yourself and forgive your karmic and move on. Forgive your karmic for yourself. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to go to them and ask them for forgiveness. Just go ahead on and forgive them. And like I said, some of y'all started rebuilding your relationship in December. Yeah. The person is, for some of you, that person, you need to let that person go. That's what you need to do. You need to let the person go. You done got back together off the basis of what somebody else told you. And I'm hearing this, your person went to a friend or a family member or something and asked them to talk to you so that you all could get back together. And that was a mistake. And you're finding out. Some of you have a new person coming in. Do not rush this. Take your time and heal before really getting into this. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to find something. This is what I wanted right here. Okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Help is coming in. Yeah, help is coming in spiritually. Your spirit guides. Spiritually, not physically. Don't trust your karmic. Do not trust your karmic. Your karmic made a deal with an entity. Fake marriage. You didn't want to get married. You did not want to get married. That's a fake ass motherfucking marriage. karmic. Spirit guides, what else do they need to know? Third party. Scorpio may be involved. I'm hearing that for some of you, you feel like y'all couldn't get any better. Yeah, you don't believe that things could get better or you could get a better person, and you went back to somebody in your past. You believe that it's true love. You believe it's true love because somebody told you that you love each other. They implanted that in here for you. You didn't listen to this. And now you're saying you had enough. Now you're saying you had enough. You had enough of that bullshit. Instead of taking the situation to God. Anything else they need to know? And like I said, I'm correct. And plus, the person be ghosting you and shit. They doing the same shit that they did before. But you went on and married them. On the basis of what somebody said. Virgo is involved. Yeah, you was bullied into it. You was bullied into this damn marriage, into the relationship. I'm hearing that possibly your karmic has heart trouble. Your karmic has a serious illness, and you don't want to cause any more problems for them. So you would rather stay with somebody your people is telling you, your people is telling you, you don't want to cause any more stress on the person's heart or whatever. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. This heart trouble right here, they're using it as an excuse to keep you right where they want you. So that you will be, so that they will be depending on you. But they don't realize by them treating you like a piece of shit, that's why they got their heart trouble. They have heart trouble. So what you, and like I said, you feel suffocated, you need to take that shit to God. Tell God. Ask God to put his hand in this situation. Your people is telling you that so they using religion, that you help those in need and everything. You need to take it to God. If you're not happy, you feel suffocated, God will deal with it. Tell me about, and you said this is the one. Spirit guys, tell me about this person that has heart trouble. Or some kind of illness. Tell me about the karmic that has heart trouble. Yeah. Their health is giving them power to have power over you. Divine said, trust me. Don't trust them. Don't pay attention to the me. God wants you to trust him. Initial G. Good news is coming to you though. And it may be about your person's health. Listen to God. Don't pay attention to me. Listen to God. The me. Listen to God. I gotta word my cards right. I'll get around to it. You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling this person has heart trouble so much that they are doing things that they don't need to be doing, and they have heart trouble. You need to heal yourself. You need to take care of you, collective. This is causing you confusion by you being suffocated. This is also causing you confusion with so many people in your ears telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I'm going to tell you something. All of my life, not all of my life, after I got 18, I was brainwashed too. That I had to carry other people's karma. My mother had 2 sisters and a brother, okay? Only one sister helped my mother with what she could. My mother also did what she could, but my mother did most of it, okay? My great-grandparents, I was sheltered. My mother sheltered me. And I'm feeling like she sheltered me to help her carry her brother and sister's karma, which is taking care of her grandparents, their grandparents, take care of their parents. Then I had to take care of my mother, okay? It was 4 of them, but only 2 was helping out, but my mother did most of it. My great-grandmother was in a nursing home. I went in there one day. I went to the door. My grandmother had passed. I knew that she was dead. Her husband, my great-grandfather, he had his leg cut off up to his knee because he had gangrene. Me, his wife, my aunt, his daughter, and my grandmother, his daughter. We all had his hand. Two on one hand, two on the other hand. I seen my grandfather, great-grandfather, take his last breath. And I heard his water break, his bowels and water break in the hospital. He was a diabetic, okay? My grandfather, my mother's father, constantly in and out, in and out, in and out the hospital. He had a massive heart attack. My grandmother, and I was very, 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 very close to my grandmama. I always called her mama. She visits me, whatever. My grandmother and my mother, she had cancer. My grandmother had cancer of the throat. My mother and I took turns feeding her. And maybe a couple of days after that, she passed. My uncle couldn't stay in the room, because he couldn't take seeing her sick. But out of all four of them, me and my mother would run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the hospital. I'm not mad about it or whatever. I'm just letting you all know. I ran back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the hospital with them. And we were staying for hours and everything. My grandmother, she had to have blood transfusions and stuff. And I would always go to the doctor with her, to have those transfusions. We'll sit up there for an hour, This went on for a while. But, after a while, my grandmother's veins was weak by them poking her so much. And, by them sticking the needle in her arm and pulling up the skin and all that, I like, my grandmother, she's suffering, right? I remember we went up there one day, and energetically my grandmother said she's tired. After I heard that, I said, well, Grandmama, if you're tired, go on. I'll be okay. And I think she was holding on for me, because I had told her energetically that I didn't want her to leave because I was so close to my grandmama, right? So I just said, Grandmama, if you tired, go on. I didn't want to see her suffer anymore. So that next day, my grandmother left. Then my mother, she got sick. And I feel like all of this was because of spell work, because basically everybody in my family is gone. No, before my mother, my uncle got sick. He had cancer. And that kind of got to me, but I don't know. But anyway, then now my mama got sick, and she had cancer of the uterus, but she didn't die from that. She died from an aneurysm. Both my mother and my uncle my mother started her dialysis. So my uncle and my mother was going to the same places to get treatment and everything. But my mother really got really sick. And my mother was bleeding a whole lot, and I hated it when she bled. She couldn't keep nothing on her stomach. She always belched, and it was like the doctors couldn't give her the right blood. The right high blood pressure medicine. She died of she had multiple health issues. Like I said, I believe that it was spell work done on my mom. The person's name I'm not even going to mention. But anyway, my mother went through a whole lot. She couldn't hold her waist and everything. And I was going back and forth to the hospital with her. And I would be sitting out in the lobby, sleeping, and all this and that. But one day, I had my back turned to her. I had my back turned. And before I knew anything, my mother fell off the bed. And I called the ambulance and everything. And they came and got her. And the doctors really tried to work on her. And they wanted to do the surgery on the aneurysm and everything. But she had multiple strokes. So my mother passed. So this is what I'm saying about listening to other people about dictating to you how to live your life and to taking on somebody else's karma. She had 3 siblings, but 2 of them, they did not help her. And I felt suffocated. But I felt suffocated, but couldn't get out of it and everything. But I wasn't mad. You know what I'm saying? At least the good that I did by helping what I could help with, I'm satisfied about that. I even had to help my grandmother breathe. The ambulance had to show me what to do to help my grandmother breathe. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it was like my life was dictated to me. I had to do what somebody else wanted me to do, which was carry somebody else's karma. So that's why I'm saying the fake marriages, you don't want to get married, you don't want to be in a relationship, you don't want no child and all that. Don't let nobody tell you that you need this, you need that. You ask God, what do you need to do? That's my main point of the situation. Okay? So you went back to this person in December and they have heart trouble or health issues. You need to put the situation in God's hands and let him deal with it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it has you all confused and everything because you are listening to family, friends, co-workers. You may be going to them and asking them. Instead of you asking them, you ask God. And put the situation in God's hands. So, you know, with me, by me being a part of the 144,000, me being special, God gave me the gift of not getting upset about anything. I used to get upset. I mean, I didn't like, dang, why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? You know, it wasn't nothing like that with me. You know, I just did it. And maybe that was God working through me or whatever, you know, to not be affected by all of this. You know, I didn't know that I was going to turn out to be where I am right now, being a tarot reader and trying to bring you all to God. I didn't know that I was, you know, maybe that's what I had to go through to get back to my true self. So, you know, I'm telling you, don't let nobody dictate your life to you. Don't do that. They got all this to say. They got all this to say to you, but how is their life? How did their life turn out? Is your parents still married? Is your father in your life? Mine wasn't. Is your mother in your life? They have no right to dictate your life to you. And you need to stop going to other people and getting advice. And get that advice from the higher up. Because he's the only one that has your best interest at heart. He's the one that loves you. See? He's your father. You just passed through your mother and father. He's your father, and the Blessed Mother is your mother. Those are your parents, and you need to turn back to them and stop listening to what everybody is telling you. Do not trust everybody, because mostly everybody just want to see you down, especially if God did not bring them in your life. So basically, that's basically what I wanted to say to you all. And I hope that, you all got something from this reading and everything. But, stop carrying other people's karma. And your karmic, what, for some of you, most of you, your karmic is using their health issues to keep being codependent on you when you are feeling suffocated, you're unhappy, you're confused, and you've had enough of shit. You had enough of it. Take it to God, okay? I love y'all, and I'll get back with you all with another reading. You all have sweet dreams tonight, and keep your head up to the guy, big guy, okay? Because he's the one that got your back.